Hello, my most awesome project managers. Welcome to today's daily drill with your buddy, Phil. Today, we're going to be talking about page 25. You've heard a lot about page 25, probably, but a few days ago, one of our PMP gurus, Holly, reinforced how important it is to know page 25 in the PMBOK guide. Like really know it inside out. And I wanted to share with you a few things that we discussed in the lessons learned meeting. One of the things we discussed was the importance of doing this daily. So you want to do your page 25 brain dump daily. That's the first thing. You can do it daily for a week, 7 days. And then the next week, so this could be week 1, week 2, we want you to add the outputs that are key outputs. Those outputs that only appear in one process. So do the page 25 brain dumps and add the outputs for each one of the 49 processes. Okay, do that again for 7 days. And then the third week, build on that and add your unique tools and techniques for all the 49. Again, do that for 7 days, and you will find an increase in knowledge, in understanding, and you putting everything together. All right. So page 25 in the PMBOK guide, you know, it has the 5 process groups and the 10 knowledge areas. So knowledge areas going like that, process groups going like that, and all those processes. Okay. Now, what I want you to do for every process, let's just take one example of the process. So we take an example of the process like, you know, develop project charter. I would abbreviate it after going through the cycle once of actually writing it out, like write it out, develop project charter. Go through that ritual at least once, right? And when you've written it all out, you truly know that you truly know that process name. Now, in addition to that, you're going to add the major output, which is, so you could have output. This will be the second week. Output is the project charter, right? And the assumption log. See, that will be your week 2. And you just continue adding after you've done that for the outputs. Then you could do that for the tools and techniques and just itemize those that are unique. Not all of them, but those that are unique. I've talked about this quite a lot on the channel. And that is how you build out your page 25 understanding. And before you know it, you're able to do the page 25 brain dump. Now, you probably guessed this was coming. I am going to challenge you right now to do the page 25 brain dump, just the week 1 part of it. I want us to go through the process, and I want us to dump all of the processes of the PMBOK guide, and we're very quickly going to review them. You're going to see how easy it is for you to do this. Honestly, it is not that big of a deal. It is something that you can and you should do daily. Honestly, you can get this done in 5 minutes flat. We're going to try to do it in 5 minutes flat, and we're going to use abbreviations today. So we have the process groups this way, process groups, and knowledge areas. So we have initiating, planning, executing, monitoring and controlling, and closing. And then we have integration, schedule, integration, scope, schedule, I beg your pardon, cost. I saw 6 chipmunks quietly roasting coffee, reading poetry stories. All right, and then you begin adding what you have here. So you have develop project charter, develop project management plan. So we're going across, and I want to show you how you can actually do this dump in a double crosshatch way, which is an expression one of our students now, PMP Jerry Zabian, coined. It's a double crosshatch approach. So I want to show you how to do this using a double crosshatch approach to not only do it by knowledge area, but also by process group. So if you take a look at the time, 5 minutes from now, you should be done. All right. So I want you to come back and do this again and again and again. So let's make the screen a little bit bigger as we write down the processes of integration. First, develop project management plan, direct and manage project work, manage project knowledge, monitor and control project work, perform integrated change control, and close project or phase. Now, to do this in a double crosshatch way, we can actually go straight down to the bottom of initiating and type in identify stakeholders. You see, double crosshatch means you're not just going that way, but you're going that way and that way and that way and that way. And you can even get to the point where you do it at random double crosshatch approach. So right now I am going that way, okay? And you see me just doing it randomly, and I'll be explaining to you. So now I've got my stakeholder management hat on, leaving initiating where we just did identify stakeholders. Now we're doing plan stakeholder engagement, manage stakeholder engagement, and monitor stakeholder engagement. And now I'm going up double crosshatch. So I'm going that way up, which should be interesting. So I'm doing plan, procurement management. And then we're doing all of these in risk. You see, you need to get to the point where you can think about these things totally out of order. So we've got plan risk management, identify risks, perform qualitative risk analysis, perform quantitative risk analysis, and then plan risk responses. You see that? And then I can even go this way and implement risk responses because I've got the map entirely in my head. I can go any way I want. And we've got monitor risks here. We've got control procurement here. We have conduct procurements here. See? Out of order. You need to be totally out of order, and you need to be able to jump around, jump around, jump around. So let's keep going up. So we got plan communications management. We've got manage communications, and we've got monitor communications. See that? Just totally out of order. Resources. We've got plan resource management, and we've got estimate activity resources. See that? And then we've got the terrific 3, acquire resources, develop team, manage team. See? And then hopping across here, you've got control resources. You see how you build on this stuff? It gets to the point where you know it inside out. You are unstoppable when it comes to putting this together. Plan, quality management, manage quality, control quality. We know we've got control cost, control schedule, validate scope, control scope. See that? When you know it, nothing stops you. And you know that there's absolutely nothing here for executing that way. See, that's another way you can view this table. You know there's absolutely nothing in closing that way. There's absolutely nothing in executing that way, and there's absolutely nothing in initiating that way. See? These are ways you can think about this stuff. All right, let's get rid of those. And let's finish off. We know everything else we got is in planning. So we got plan, scope management, collect requirements, define scope, create WBS, plan schedule management, define activities, sequence activities, estimate activity durations, and develop schedule. And then we've got plan cost management, we've got estimate cost, we have determine budget. Boom. And despite my chattering away to you, I still got done. You see what I'm talking about? So we've got this way, 7. This should be equal to 7. Let's put the numbers here. So this should be 7, 6, 6, 4, 3, 6, 3, 7, 3, 4. And this should be 2, 24, 10, 12, 1. Let me do the math to make sure it makes sense. Looks like we got it, did we? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 2, 4, 6, 7, 10. It looks like we got it. Eighteen, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Boom, end of story. That's how you do your page 25 brain dump. And I tell people it's all about the journey. It's not about the cram, but it's about the journey to understanding. The journey, my friends, is key. The journey is key. So this is a little game I want you to play. Okay, little game I want you to play. Imagine doing this on, I don't know, a 6 foot by maybe 3 foot board. Okay, do this on a 6 foot by 3 foot board. And then you are going to hand make your ITTO deck. You're going to hand make a deck of cards, one for the inputs, one for the tools and techniques, one for the outputs. You got your cards like this, right? If you have a tool and technique card with something written on it, you at random, you shuffle them and at random pick one. And let's say you pick a card that has the word product analysis on it. The game is to know where to place the card on this huge board. You see, I've just given you a game. It's for you to play at home. I know you can't do it in a classroom because everyone is social distance now. But the bottom line would be for you to take that card and for you to come over here and for you to drop it where you believe it is, right on top of wherever you think it is. And the place you would put that would be right next to define scope. You get what I'm saying? Or you pick a card that has brainstorming. There are a number of places you could put it. Where would you put it? You get what I'm saying? So you could do this to make page 686 to page 694 interesting. All right, one of the other tips that Holly shared in her lessons learned that she had for us, a different lessons learned, she talked about page 673. I want to introduce you to this page if you don't know about it. This is the key concepts page, and she highlighted that this was a help to her. The key concepts of the knowledge areas, a very good page for you to read and get good with this stuff. Okay? Awesome. So what have we talked about today? Today we have talked about creating a brain dump every week. And if you do this every week, page 25, every week relentlessly, you'll find out that your aptitude, your knowledge, your understanding, it will just begin to increase and increase. And that is my advice to you. Again, just in case you forgot what we talked about, page 25, week 1. Week 2, page 25, plus the key outputs, or unique as I call them, the UOs, right? Week 3, page 25, plus the UTTs. And week 4, my friends, I didn't forget it, page 25, plus the unique or key inputs. For example, in Develop Project Charter, you know that business documents is one of the major ones. Why? Because it has the business case in it. The benefits management plan is subliminally mentioned as well. What about agreements, which contains contracts? So this level of understanding and the tiny little minutia inside each one of those, you need to pay attention to this, okay? And that is how you get good. That is how you increase your understanding. So for those my students who are part of my training, on the website, pmsucceed.com, I expect you to be able to do what I just typed in. And by the way, pmsucceed.com, we are going to be starting a class again. And this class, we're having some early training starting from July 29th. That's right. We're going to start introducing the basic concepts, and then we're going to build, and then every Saturday, on Saturdays, we're going to be having a 4-hour session every Saturday for upwards of 5 weeks. We're also going to be having our accountability sessions, and these are going to be on Wednesday. And these are going to be from 11, or I should say 11 PST, which is 2 p.m. EST. We're going to be having those for an hour, and they're going to be our accountability sessions. We call them Wonderful Wednesdays. And it is so awesome that anyone who signs up for this training on pmsucceed.com, they get the Wednesdays for free for over a month. It's really a ridiculous deal. A lot of the training you see out there, they do not give you this level of attention for a sustained period. In fact, the plan is to get these students all the way to the end of October in these Wednesday sessions. All right, so there's going to be more information on pmsucceed.com. You can go there and you can begin to sign up for this new program that is about to kick off on the 29th. And the 29th, it's going to be just the philosophies, all right? We already have our wonderful Wednesday session, so these students will just automatically slide into these, and they will have a blast being in these sessions. It holds you accountable so that when you come on Saturdays for the actual training, you're in great shape, all right? So don't forget, here's a little assignment of what I want you to do. Do this weekly, daily. And I'm looking forward to the great news of your success. This is just one of the things. I have other things I would like you to do. We'll talk about those another day. Thank you, my friends. Take care. Bye for now.